Welcome back, everybody. We're gonna start official. Fuck it. Welcome back, everybody. We're doing another episode of Tabletop Theater, Land of Exandria, with our friends. Let's look in on what's happening now that the gentleman has recently been since the gentleman has recently been granted access, finally, of being a council member. We zoom in the city of Iman. Uh, Daylight. Everything's cool. People are walking around. We're in.
Bubble.
Let's go to this one on the map. Let's go to. Let's go to the upper slums and see what Veritas's regular day is all about. The upper slums is where most people live. It's where all the workers are. It's obviously slummier, but it's getting better. People are happy. There's a lot of color. Veritas is going through her day. Camera fades in. What what's going on with you, and what's your normal day like?
Well, right now, Veritas is basically glued to the gentleman and learning the ins and outs of the business and helping the people in the area, in the slums, and getting to know the people and what their needs, wants, desires are, and how to make their life better. But she also hangs out with Maya and
And the gentleman is explaining. So when are gonna be the gentleman? Have you thought of yet? On that note,
no,
since
I already
you
said yes.
yeah, but have you thought of gentleman, the lady? What's gonna be your title?
I'll get back
Gentleman
to you
has
on
a lot of power behind it.
Gentle
That name
skeleton.
alone.
what
Gentle
was that.
lady.
No, I'm gonna keep the
Gentlewoman.
gentle. No, I'm gonna keep the gentleman
Fantastic. Here, in fact, let me this
because
is
of the
a
fact that they will, be surprised when they actually see that it's actually a lady.
It also means that you can use a fake double to act as you can use a fake to act as you and just be sort of like the secretary next to them, and they think they're
oh
talking to the guy, and you're just handing out notes to the actual guy speaking.
The Amidala
this is
move,
really
yes.
this is
Yeah.
really smart. Yeah, I like that. You know, originally where the gentleman title came from, and here's we're walking and talking, and he's explaining stuff. I grew up as an orphan in the streets, and I was rather small. Being a half elf, we got picked on a lot. There was a group of us, 4 or 5, and the only really way to get ahead is to take advantage of somebody else. Steal whatever food, pickpocketing, and you learn the trade real quick. We always found that the teenagers were taking our stuff. So our little group, we decided to be smart because we couldn't be strong like the big kids. And they would always steal from those more or less fortunate, from us. But we got it together. We thought, let's use our brains. Since we don't have the muscle, let's us 5 become something better and punch up. So we became the Clasp. And us little kids just started off going after the gangs and hitting bigger and bigger targets above us. Because of our size and our intelligence, we did things smart and we got ahead. But because of that, I got the nickname of the gentleman.
What happened to the other 4?
Maggie was sick. She never made it. Paul, he's started a family. He got away from it. Jack, I mean, he he died in in a battle somewhere. I'm the last one.
That's Maggie, Paul, Jack.
And Jericho.
No, you said 5. You said
I could
5.
add Jericho to this.
He's saying changed sides.
And Jericho, believe it or not, became a priest. Or no, Jericho, believe it or not, became a cop.
That's more like it.
Would Paul ever come back?
I don't
He's
think
raising
so.
a family. You don't think so?
I honestly, once I reached our amount that I wanted to be comfortably living, there was no more people to punch up. So I started seeing the need to help everybody else. And then, of course, the dragons attacked, destroyed the city. I had to rush people left and right, and that sense of helping people, I knew that's when it had to change. That and this. And he pulls out, it's this necklace. And it's a symbol, it's almost like the symbol of a hammer. When I was younger, I pickpocketed up somebody. And somehow or other, he found me. I was trying to find something for Maggie. She was very sick. He had to find something. And anyways, he gave me this. He found me. And he put a spell on me where I could only tell the truth. So found out I was an orphan. Maggie was sick. Thought maybe I could trade this necklace, for some medicine for her. Well, he took. It wasn't this necklace. It was um, a different artifact, like a jewel that I'd taken from him. Well, he felt sorry for us, and he was kind to us and gave us a little bit of money, and he gave me this gift. He said, "The Lawbringer will always watch out for you. The only religious symbol that I believe in. And it's protected me all this time, or so I think. Normally, the Lawbringer is for those who believe in, most cops, or judges. This says it will bring fairness to the world. That's what this God's about. And I always thought that I was part of that. Anyways, I think you should have this, since you're going to be the new gentleman. This has helped guide me through many situations. It's always a constant reminder that for every good, there's a bad. For everything that you earn, you have to fight for it. For everything that you gain, there's something that you have to pay. I hope you keep you right, and hopefully they offer you the protections it did to me too.
Gentlemen, thank you so much, but I hate to say this, but considering the political turmoil that is going on, I think it would be safer with you to protect you when you are in power, because there are people there that don't want you there. And I think the Lawbringer will definitely look out for you. And I think you should keep this when you step up.
We'll see. I take your guidance. Take that as a suggestion. On that note, I wanted to approach up the subject again of working with the Arcana. Listen, this is part of the business. You have to learn to cooperate. Here's a situation. I found something in the sewers. And I think it's about that thing we're not supposed to mention. I brought it to her attention, to Alora's attention. She's gathering a group right now. They plan on going into our territory, underground. I want you to be part of that. Make sure they don't mess around. Make sure that they come out alive.
All of them?
All of them. Cooperation.
Well, you know me, there's certain ones that I would rather throw under the proverbial train.
You will learn in life that you have to deal with people that you don't want to deal with.
As will you when you are on the seat, when you get your seat next month.
I am well aware. I've been doing this for 300 years.
Okay. Okay, I'll do
Meet
it.
one more time with Alora. And
Okay.
he walks and starts giving you the details. Meanwhile, we'll fade in to the round table where Alora normally gives her big briefs and debriefs near the temple district where Veritas, Zathras, and Wusterion, not Wusterion, and we're doing with Maya today. Let's go around the table and set the scene. Veritas, what's going on with you? What's your daily life been? Remember, you're now level 6, which is the
Yeah,
rank.
I already told you what I've been doing.
Not you. We're going with Zathras.
Okay, well, you said Veritas.
You did say Veritas.
again.
Did I say Veritas?
Yep.
Yes.
I was literally looking at Zathras's name and sorry, whatever. My bad. I meant Zathras.
Verithras. No, Zathratas. No, what? Okay, I'm not starting any rumors.
Oh, and also when I say level 6, like you need level 8 clearance for something. Like you're this is your official level 6, and that's a big deal now within the Arcana Pontifical. So, Zathras, what's your day like? What you been up to?
I haven't been adventuring as much. I've been testing out these new powers of mine, trying to get into as little or as much trouble as I feel like on any particular day. Finding out interesting little things that are going on that people don't necessarily want people to know about. And then putting them down in my little black book, except I don't actually have a little black book. It's in my brain. But it's been relaxing for a few days. I'm confused because every now and then, just before I go off to bed, I decide rage just to keep in practice. Now that I can do it 4 times a day. But no, just been chilling, waiting for the next assignment. Get more money.
Actually, I like it. Maya, how about you?
Maya's been working with Chance and Urena a lot. Butting heads with now Chance because Urena is now a teenager and Maya knows she has not been allowed outside. So Maya has been cloak and night starting to bring Urena out into public to help her be a nurse.
A mercenary?
Who's been
No,
sneaking?
immersing her.
Tell
I've
me
been
who's
s-
been sneaking her out at night. How's this been going?
I have been sneaking her out at night, helping her go to taverns. Leia has caught us a few times in the taverns.
Has
Because
Veritas? Oh, I
nobody.
see.
Oh, I've had this talk with
Ah,
Chance and Arena and Aurora about her going out to get her more used to being around us, around humans and everything. Because if she's going to be an overseer, Chance is not going to be there for very much longer. But she's going to have to associate with other people besides us and
I like it. Yeah.
being her surrogate mother. I believe strongly that she needs to be around other people. So she's a teenager, she's going to rebel. Might as well let mommy do it with her,
I
who's a
like it.
drow. But I make sure if there's any breakout scenes, anything, I get her to run and I'm the one caught. I don't want her associated that she's out and about being in the light of day with other people.
Yeah. And plus, I mean, all of this done at night, and is very. Allura doesn't. Uh, this is a. Irina is a valuable asset.
She is.
And a dangerous asset. I need. I'd be more. I'd feel safer if there was some security detail, but I understand that that draws more attention. So I'm
Well,
trusting it.
the thing is, like
So you
talking
want
with
to
her
be
about it.
sneak? So do you want to
I've
sneak
gone
her out,
sneak.
or do you want
I've
to
been
actually involve Allura in this?
Well, the thing is, I first involved Chance about it because this would be a no-no, because this would be what Laura would say. She's an asset of valuability. I understand that valuability is a valuability, but I have not been able to talk to Allura, and she's a teenager. So
Gotcha.
I'm like taking it on my head that if anything happens,
Plus,
I'm
it's
still
fun
gonna have
when
to.
it's fun when you're sneaking. So is Chance helping her sneak since
No,
you are the old
Chance
school?
can keep an eye on you guys while you're out, just
no.
as a security measure.
Maybe he
Well,
does that on the sly, anyways.
yeah, he could be doing it on the sly without me knowing it because of the fact, I've already talked to him and he's already said no, do not do this.
So she does it anyway.
I'm gonna. And Maya does it anyway. That she's going to. Maya's going to do what she thinks is right, even though it's chaotically evil, just to help somebody at what she thinks is helping.
Having dealt with
Teenagers?
well, sort of. I can never remember Wooster's old character's name.
Which one?
Jericho.
Jericho, yes. Having dealt with Jericho's not offspring, but brood and the
That's good.
teenagers there, I can understand where Maya's going with this. And while officially I think, oh no, you cannot do that. Okay, I don't know why I said that with that accent. Oh no, you can't do that. He understands that, yeah, teenagers need to be teenagers. So yeah, he'll officially say, no, bad idea, but he'll just keep an eye on them just to make sure they're okay.
Well, all this is fantastic.
I throw a wrench into Carlos really fast.
Yeah, no, this is all great. I love all
Love
this.
it. Love it. Love it.
So
Love
this
it.
is something. So we're discussing. We're like secretly your whatever. And we're in the big table, waiting for everybody to start. And you always have to sneak in through the temple district into the church of the Platinum Dragon to get in here. They're here just chilling, waiting when Allura steps in from one of the other doorways and curtains that has the transportation room. Like it's a room that has built-in transportation circles, sigils that take you to different places. Anywho, she steps in from there with Wusterion in tow. And there's seated at the table already you and a couple of other members of the Arcana Pansophical. that a few of you have worked with him back and forth. Maya, who's your other character?
Leia.
Leia's there too. Chance may or may not be. Anyways, doesn't matter. Oh, she's bringing in Wusterion.
If you ever seen a dwarf, you ain't seen me.
So as she's walking in, Wusterion, why don't you introduce what you look like and a little tiny bit of flavor of your character?
So in walks this quite clearly a man short as a dwarf, wide as a dwarf. His beard, however, is unusually short-shaven. Like on dwarven standards, barely any. By human standards, a full beard. But smoking a cigar, like one of those.
No
really
smoking
big-
in the church.
I don't care.
This is Wusterion. You should know this by now.
Yes.
A cigar in his mouth, and there's a hood that's been tossed over the back, and he's wearing some sort of thick chainmail on, and has a belt filled with various knickknacks in small leather pouches. His beard is dark and his hair is dark as well, and it's combed back with a sleek substance known as a shaper or some sort, coming from the Fey world. Is it moose?
So, what was that last part?
Moose.
Moose.
Yeah.
Yes. Here they just use magic to.
He likes the feeling of the stuff in his hair.
Nice. That's your your little contraband character quirk.
Yeah.
Maya's sitting
E-
next to Veritas.
Even the cigar says Havana on it.
Nice.
What's Havana?
I guess
So,
it's whoever made this.
So Allura
Maya.
walks in. Allura walks in with Wusterion.
Maya wants to
you
say
all.
something.
Go ahead.
Maya was actually gonna because she's next between Leia and Veritas, and she says to both of them at the same time, "There's trouble," and she's literally saying it to the guy behind
this is gonna be
Allura.
fantastic. Allura steps in and says, "This is Wusterion. Wusterion, Zathras, Veritas, Maya,
Leia.
Elrond. Sorry, what? Maya,
Is it-
Leia, Elrond, and Blinky."
Blinky.
I know. I literally looked to the right. I'm like, oh, I didn't have my list of names set up. Anyways, hey, let's remove that last one.
Peter.
He says,
Roddy.
as she motions for you to sit down, she moves up to the front she moves up to the front, and starts where her normal podium and location is. Wusterion is a dirtling. We normally employ him on certain missions that are dangerous. We've been informed that there's and she walks over to the wall, and she walks over to no, let's not do that yet.
Does she actually say that?
No, that she's she mentioned that Wusterion is a dirtling. Is a dirtling that you're usually we do a couple contracts for you on occasion. And she walks up to the front. She says, "We have something very interesting today. We've been informed that Exxon has been trying to set up another one of those portal locations that we found outside of the city, but here, within the city, in the sewer systems. Like last time, Zathras, you were there before. You know how to dismantle it. Maya,
Hmm.
Wusterion is here to provide support, and she goes up to the panel, and she there's like this panel of wood paneling on the wall, and she touches it, and now it becomes like a what would look like a TV screen for us, and with like still images of like this and still images and diagrams, and in the center are rotating one of those boxes that you just that Veritas had just dismantled. We found a report that there's some of these in the city. We fear that there's going to be another one of those collections of armies. We need this on the hush hush. The population must not be alerted. We have been given permission to go into and she shows into like we do an overview of now this upper slums, showing like a section. The camera does this nice little thing where it's like going through like the tunnel system. It's just now pure voiceover now saying showing like the tunnel system and monsters, little like eyes that are just glowing in the background, like indicating that there's something there. The camera's not is moving too quickly for us to focus through, but you could see that there's like monstrous figures in the tunnels of the sewer as it's just zooming by until finally it focuses on one of the boxes, on one of those electronic boxes with green goo, and it's pulsing, pans out a little bit to show another one pulsing.
Is it exactly the same? Is it exactly the same as the one that we had taken apart?
Yes.
Exactly. So I can use the skills from the last time and just use it again.
Yes. And you could see, and obviously we do not want something that happened like what happened out in the forest. We believe there is a preliminary amassing of an army or soldiers or something. Unsure. That is your job. Go there. Do what you did last time. Disable this. Bring back any intel, any information. If you could capture any animals alive, monstrosities, we need any hints.
Laura, there is
Alive?
one problem with that, because the last time we disabled all 3 boxes, all of the creatures just disappeared.
Understood. Do what you can. We need more information. Be creative. Wusterion.
Yeah.
This is unlike. This is similar to that. This is similar to that thing I sent. The mission we sent you on. 6 months ago.
Fair enough.
Ah.
I think I can help with that. By the way, I have an idea. If the monsters are disappearing when the boxes are disabled, there's a method to capturing them. It might work, but I would have to try it out and over there. From here, I can't say much since I haven't seen them firsthand.
Are we hearing in the background Ghostbusters music? We can capture them.
The
Here's a
important
trap.
We
The
need the
important
trap.
part is that you do not cross the streams.
I didn't even thought about this. This is amazing, actually. We'll need to come up with this. Well, as you're saying this, the camera transitions, and it transitions to the same simple back to where you're at, the same simple background where you were now previously in the circular room. You are now in a restaurant, just like your guys' background. This is that where we first met where we first went to Veritas is one of those that same tavern with the little kids. It's the upper slums version of the TGIFs. It's called Sizzlers. Is a Sizzlers.
Not,
That's right.
you know, we're not we're not the Sizzlers, you know, the,
No,
We're not
Um,
It's the
It's-
restaurant is called the Sizzler.
okay.
I was gonna say
No,
Little
no
Max.
copyright infringement.
Copyright just slightly off.
Yes.
I was gonna say Little Max with the golden triangle.
Double arches.
With a golden W instead.
The silver W.
No, that would be Little Wax. That's
Little Wax?
That's down. That's
Well,
down in the lower slums.
Regardless, there's food, there's drinks, and you, Wusterion, are conversing with the group. This is a good opportunity for you all to get to know each other, ask questions before we go right into the meat of the situation. Because
Wusterion.
Yeah.
I'm Veritas. It's nice meeting you.
Oh, I wish I
So-
could say the same.
Yeah, Maya, you're absolutely right.
Maya's just gonna walk away and.
Oh, no,
Uh-oh.
you're not. I grab your hand. And I'm like,
Carlos,
yeah, I know. It's the fucking camera.
did Zathras not work with Wusterion in the past?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, okay.
He was with us with Jailbreak.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Mhm.
so I'm totally new to you, Wusterion. So,
I noticed.
What do you bring to the table?
yeah, what do you bring to the table? I mean, yeah, you've worked with these people, so
Maya's gonna still try to get up
Nope.
to play waitress.
Maya's got your hand. Maya's got your hand. Maya, I got your hand. You're my
It's typical of
girlfriend.
her to walk away from when situation gets hairy.
Excuse me.
Typical of her to walk away when situation gets hairy. So here's what I bring to the table. I bring in expertise in stealth, infiltration, and devastation. What about you? I don't know who you are. I don't know what you do. So please tell me about yourself.
Maya looks right at you with daggers in the eye, going, "I'm not the one that had to break us out of jail a few times. Thank you very much."
Wait a minute. He's put you in jail.
Nope.
No, I had to go get the keys in our last adventure as a rat.
No, but you were in jail because of him.
No, we broke
No.
into jail.
We had to get thrown into jail to break out of jail.
The mission,
So-
the mission was to go into jail because that's where this whole adventure started.
Did.
They broke
So
into jail.
You cannot
some
blame me for
experiments
your
were happening.
predicament.
They were
Okay.
converting humans and other things into monstrosities. And also that's where Irina, this special girl, is from.
But I'm learning this from Zathras, Maya, and Wusterion. I'm
So-
learning something that the director Los didn't tell the
Yeah.
character.
It was
So-
not relevant to be informed.
That is correct.
So
Right.
so basically Maya's basically going, I had to go as a rat and break you out of jail. End of story.
One.
Okay, well, what I bring to the table is the fact that I know how to disengage those devices.
Mm-hmm.
And I
That-
know the sewers like the back of my hand.
Yes, you do. This is your turf. This is your place.
Aye. So, you're the local guide.
You could
My
say,
By the
Maya's
way,
right next to Veritas, and she's like breathing out of her teeth and still
Veritas,
trying to get away from
by
the
the way,
No.
he's just trying to get under your skin. He does this to everybody.
oh, no. He doesn't know my history.
No,
So I
but
think
the
I'm
way
a
he's
little
acting
bit-
towards you is nothing new. He does that towards everybody. Well, almost everybody.
Well,
He's not
let's
trying to be
just say-
disrespectful. He hates everyone equally.
Yes.
I'm not
Okay.
a racist. I hate everyone equally.
Well, Veritas just stares at him for a little bit, and it's like, you remind me of someone I grew up with.
Let me know when you're finished with that.
When I'm finished with what?
Growing up.
Well, he
Um,
said.
See, I told you.
But
Another
way
by
he
the
thinks.
way, Maya's seeing the waitress coming over with the food. Maya really wants to help the waitress with the food.
I like
Sure,
all your
honey,
hand.
here you go.
Thank you.
Thus escaping Veritas's hand.
Yeah, basically. So she hands out everybody's food, and Wisterian's accidentally falls off the plate, off the thing. Oops.
And it floats right in front of him.
It floats right in front of him. Nice.
Thanks.
Zzz.
And
Nice.
then stomping his cigar into Maya's plate.
Maya didn't even put her food down yet, so that's not
Yeah,
happening.
once it happens. But
Oh
yeah.
no, it's not even going down. She already knows what you're about to do to her. So she's walking away to give back the waitress everything. She's gonna go eat in the kitchen with everybody else for right now.
Oh my
Maya,
god.
Maya,
This
we
is
have
the best inter-party conflict ever.
Maya,
I love it.
Maya,
I just need a cigar pop. I don't
Maya.
want one.
Maya. I will make the biggest scene in the tavern.
Maya doesn't care at this point. She's
Okay,
staying away from
At this point, Veritas runs over, grabs her, and it's not a nice grab. She grabs her. It's like, you are not leaving me with these people. And
What did I do?
You see, they can't take a joke, can
I guess not.
I look
The
at
sexual tension is amazing.
they? They both want to bang me.
yeah, I
With
don't
a
think
large
so.
rock, yes.
Yeah.
I ain't that big.
Maya's like, I
I
am not sleeping
look
with
at-
the man. No.
And I say to Maya very much in her ear as I bend over to say it to her, you leave me, I leave you. In the sewers. You need to be at the table with me because we have to talk about the mission.
Maya looks at Veritas and goes, I'll send Leia instead.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Oh, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
As I basically drag her with me back to the table so we can sit and discuss and get to know each other, so our lives depend on each other, even if he's being a grumpy little dwarf.
So
Little being the operative word.
the camera pulls you towards it, and you can see like the struggling Maya, and the struggling Maya goes straight into the camera and making the scene turn blacked out. Now here, because we're on a time crunch, I'd like to move us forward in time.
That works.
Please.
So the scene fades out, and now you're all in the transitions to you're in the sewers. But I'm thinking here might be a good time to take a quick 5 or 10 minute break, because we're gonna start doing battles here in a few minutes.
Okay, so let's
this is
take
the
that.
last time for a break.
Let's take that 10-minute break, and I'm gonna get myself a cigar pop or two. Let's see you soon.
A prop or two.
Dude,
Oh, not that one. There's one. Okay, we're back, and I have my cigars.
Where do you have the camera on? Copy. No, let's just move these people to there.
Yeah, not as thick as I envisioned, but we'll have to do.
Yeah, okay.
that
Sure.
licorice.
Black licorice is actually decent.
So let's make this quick. Welcome back, everybody. We're still on a time crunch, so fade in. Sewers.
This page brought to you by
Sukulaku.
yes.
Veritas. You kind of know where you're going, but you need to look out for the signs of the cant, which is your special signs around. Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
17. Pretty good. You can kind of guide the way. You start guiding the way. You know exactly where you're going. Let's paint the scene. The sewers underneath. You've been here before. We have stock footage. We're using the same set that we used last time. But this time we've taken away you've cleared out by this time all the spiders. That's the spider is actually a gentleman's pet. It was actually the gentleman's pet. He was kind of pissed. It was killed. It was kind of like a layer of protection towards his headquarters. But anyways, that's been gone. You guys are moving around with torches, looking through the place. There's a couple traps that you know about that you guide everybody around. While you're walking and talking towards your destination that you think like where this is the report was found or of that, because you still aren't quite sure. They're just Aloha just said, hey, it's somewhere near there. We've got a report about somewhere near there, and technically it's because the gentleman told you about it, that hey, one of our guys was disappearing, and when we sent people after him, to scout, we found something weird. That's when they sent out for you guys. So any little bits of information that you want to exchange on the way over there, or any little crosstalk that you guys want to have, here's your chance before we get into the fight.
What do I see on the cans? Do I see anything basically warning us about it? Like it's that way?
Yeah, no, not no, but what you're going for is you're going to what's called the Garden Square. And you know that there's a series of pathways that leads towards the Garden Square area, which is where a bunch of the sewer shit falls from the garden and the fountains, and it's just like the nickname for that spot for you guys, because above it is like some fancy park or whatever the fuck. So it's somewhere near the Garden Square, and you're just following directions towards that. That's about it.
No traps, no nothing that we could see.
The ones that you know about, which is over here, it's not really necessary because it's more transport. It's more of like there's nothing valuable around here. We're not with that high of a roll, anyways. So, but where the directions are. Nothing here is trapped beyond something like that. You guys know. Everybody knows, like, hey, don't step on that. We put that there for idiots that are coming towards us that don't know the area.
Especially you, Wusterion. Don't step on that.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Wusterion, step on that.
Bless
I
you.
was literally gonna let you, like, literally Maya's like hoping you'd let him step on something.
No.
There is an opportunity for fuckery. Nah, that's not in character with it. All right, moving on. Anything else you guys would like to address?
Wusterion, have you figured out how you're going to capture it?
Yeah, it was a lot of different types of things. You see, first of all, you're going to need a flux capacitor. Then you're going to connect that to an echo chamber, which then feeds to a long-winded explanation of technical jargon.
Okay, so you're going to be sticking by me when I disconnect it, and you're going to take the device, right?
Now, I ain't going to touch the device in itself. What I'm going to do I'm gonna target the monster itself that we want to keep. I'm gonna
But
have
do
to
you-
have that thing.
Yeah. He
That
was told to
thing
bring
in
back
control.
we were told to bring back a monster if we could.
Right.
But the monsters
couldn't
will
you-
go away when you disable it. So he has to capture one first before
No,
you
no.
disable it.
No, there's 3 devices. They were still coming out after I disabled the first one, remember?
Yes. So before we
So-
disable the last one, he needs to capture one. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
What
what
the big
I'm
brute
saying,
said.
but what I'm saying is that can we use the box to capture it?
It might. I would need to see what the box does first.
No.
And that is why I
No.
What you? I like what you said. I love what you said. We've just made it more complicated. You capture that thing if you can as a bonus before those things get taken out.
But also when we were down to the last box, they were going after Veritas too to stop her from doing it. So if Wusterion is next to Veritas the whole entire time, they're gonna still come after him. So he could still at least get one before all the boxes are complete.
but what I'm
If he hasn't
saying,
captured one by then, yes.
but what I'm saying is that could the box be the trap?
You hear something afar as you're having the discussion. You hear something echoing down from the sewers.
Yeah, talk about trouble.
You're
That's
near
some-
where your target area is. There's a loud crashing bang that echoes that disturbs your guys' conversation at the moment.
Right. Showtime, guys.
Which way on the map?
North. As you say this, the music intensifies. You could hear as you start. Zethras, why don't you? There's this long tunnel hallway.
Knew you were going there.
Yeah. Why don't you do what you do?
Well, my brand new feature has 2 things. One, things that are up to a mile away look like they're only like 100 feet away. With this, I put it in the thing, roll 20.
Got it.
And additionally, dim light doesn't impose disadvantage on perception checks. So
Fantastic.
basically, even though the light is dim in here, and I night vision anyway, but I'll take a peek down this.
Where you
yeah.
could clearly hear this is where the echoing was coming
Yes.
from. Absolutely, roll it.
Perception. 21.
Fuck yeah. Over a 20. Fantastic. The camera zooms in, it's dark, and then it does that thing where it changes it from so that it's almost like infrared and it starts lighting up the area. The camera zooms in slowly towards like a far section where there's a T section. From there you could see a glowing and it's coming from the left side. And as the camera is zooming in there, you see a figure clear as day pass from the left to the right, and it's one of those same demons that you had previously fought, flanked by a couple of zombie fight moving, and you can see him just going, and the
Is it
camera.
the same one?
Now with that high of a roll, you got a lot off of the 21.
We killed the last one, so probably not the same one. But
Distant cousin. Push
yeah. Well, the first one was once removed because we removed him. So yeah, this must be twice removed. Because
So
we're gonna remove him the second time.
you guys want to roll me some sneaks to get up there?
Yeah, sure. I got it.
The last time I rolled a
Stealth?
sneak, it certainly didn't
Yes.
work. Yeah.
Stealth?
Roll me a stealth.
think I rolled a 1 last time. Well, we're nothing if not consistent. Lucky 13s, except for Wooster.
In that
Wow.
case,
Veritas
case.
has plus 11 and got 13.
amazing, amazing.
Well, Maya was half tempted. She was half tempted to just go into spider form.
Why I don't get, wait a minute. I don't get why I've got plus, I don't understand what my role actually was then.
2.
You rolled a
an
2.
8.
You rolled a
Oh,
2.
you rolled a number 2. You rolled a 2. You
2 on
literally
your
rolled
20-sider.
Damn.
You're at plus 11, 13. I rolled, I'm plus 2, and I rolled an 11, and Sarah rolled an 8
An
with
8.
plus 5. And Wooster rolled a 4 with plus 6. We rolled real good, guy.
I was half tempted to go into spider form and just go.
Turns, that's who am I missing?
Wusterion, where is
No,
Wusterion?
he's there.
Veritas, there you are. There
You're
you
missing
are.
Veritas. Yeah. Oh.
There you are. Okay. All right. So can we adjust the camera in Twitch a little bit so that everybody could see a little bit your guys' characters?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
just zoom out a
perfect.
bit.
That's perfect. That's perfect. All right. So just like last time, when you as you started walking up with those little silver rolls, you could hear a couple of the you could hear a couple of the zombies they notice you. They
Great.
smell. You can see that as you're trying to be sneaky, you can hear a couple of them go and start shambling your way, and you could hear from the other side, Maya, you understand.
Yes, I do.
You hear, I've smelled that before. They're coming again. How? Go investigate now. He literally says, I smell them again. Go investigate now.
Maya, hearing that, Maya's going to go into instant spider form.
All right. Well,
And Maya, do you let anybody else know that we're dealing with the same person that we dealt with before?
I'm playing the
Wookiee
Wookiee
rules. The Wookiee rules. What one person know, everybody knows, unless somebody specifically says, I keep that to myself. This keeps the game moving along. Wookiee rules.
Okay.
Spider
in
form.
me turning into spider form, it's basically me preparing for a fight anyway. Maya
Alright.
doesn't usually fight.
Bigger spider form or
I don't have her spider form on us. We said it was a medium spider last time.
yeah, no word. That's what I'm asking. Like
Yeah.
how? All right, so the camera cuts
Oh,
to
well,
you,
like
like
to
the
describe
camera
it.
cuts down to you as your things elongate and you start crawling through the top of the tunnel, running towards it. Everybody's running towards that direction. Let's start rolling some initiative, and you guys will crawl from underneath
As
you.
Maya's running towards that direction, she's actually going to set out a web ahead of her, ahead of us, in case those monsters are coming at us. Gives us more of a defense barrier.
Like it.
I am doing such a horrible job.
Because she's literally on top of the roof right now, so I can spin webs whenever I want. She's been practicing.
I got a natural 1.
Oh
Wow.
no.
Yeah. I
You get
can't
to go
believe this.
last. Well,
No.
actually, not necessarily.
Exactly.
You know what? We're not going to do a spider because it's going to take up too much time for me to look it up. So I'm just going to roll my characters.
Just roll it, and we're fine.
All right.
I'm gonna use basic spider things that without fighting. You're good.
And you're right. Popcorn came out, boy came.
Okay, we're going to do that. That, just to
Initiative,
keep it
Sarah.
simple.
What?
Initiative.
Yeah, I was going to do that, but I'm trying to get a little one not screaming in the background on us.
My rolls are horrible today.
Ah, fuck yeah, here we go. Let's go with a
That's because the
Last
Platinum
one.
Dragon's not with us today.
last one.
Mm,
Fantastic. All right. So, I need some help from y'all because I'm doing DM stuff without being prepared. So let's go with some initiatives.
Already done.
We already did them.
Who rolled high?
I rolled
Sadness.
20.
It would
Wait, my
be-
Barb Devil. Barb Devil rolled 21. Anybody rolled better than that?
No.
No. Bob
Barb
Devil
Devil.
starts, then it's Sathras and Zombie, and then
Maya.
it's Maya and Wusterion and Veritas, and finally the initiative of Gibbering Mouther.
Oh. The Mouther and then
Mouther is the
Veritas,
last one.
right?
Mouther is the last one. He rolled a
That's it.
1.
Yeah, Veritas
yeah.
rolled a 1, but her initiative gave her some.
So, all right. Okay. Top of the round. The devil knows. I mean, the devil, like, you start rushing towards the room. As soon as you come in, you could see clearly now the same setup, except it's in the sewer. It's in an enlarged room. It's making everything like these weird colors that's bouncing off. There's that same hole there, followed by those same contraptions. This
Right.
time you see some monstrosity like a Wusterion would absolutely recognize this thing, and so would Maya, because this is that same type of creature where it's you inject that green shit into them and they fucking grow into some weird monstrosity thing. Standing next to a barbed devil, a gigantic thing from the demonic hell with like spikes and barbs coming out, and he's lit lights on fire. He's already, as soon as you walk in his hand he's holding this flaming ball, and he's holding it up, and next to him there's a few zombies crawling out of this actual zombies crawling out of the well. Now, I hope some of you remember last time that's these things. It doesn't matter. This should start coming out of the well, and as you're here, the devil is taking his action. He takes this fireball and flings it straight at the camera, towards all of you. Let's do that.
Yeah, but the camera was set up over here to get a good view. No, I'm just kidding.
We do have a really nice camera crew here. We draw it
All
with
right.
drones.
Yeah, they
he
deserve,
throws
deserve a lot more.
He throws a nade. I don't think that's gonna hit anybody, right?
No.
No. So as a does that, all of you like have to like jump off to the side and separate a little bit as this flaming thing just goes down the tunnel. And you hear a bit farther down. Cut back to that's gonna be his action.
That's this guy right here. The one I'm thinking.
In a second. I've got a lot of windows up here, guys. Give me a second.
Okay, no worries.
I saved you, Carlos. I actually did pull up the spider thing, so I can roll that for you, so you didn't have to look at it.
Oh, cool. Thank you. No, I meant also I needed to find an actual spider icon.
No, because I might jump back into human at some point, but we're good.
Yeah. But here we go. There we go. There's a little spider for you. Big spider for you. You are here. It doesn't matter. Okay. So that was
this guy?
Yeah, that's that guy.
Okay,
right
that's
there.
the barb devil. Okay. And I presume this thing is the gibbering mouther or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a humanoid injected with stuff. So it like grew into like this monstrosity thing with the horns coming out. That's it. Big old fucking giant thing there as protection. Zathras, you're up. What's up?
Well, I know the priority is these devices. And so I'm going to go here and take a couple of whacks at the one here.
Roll
the
it.
one here. Oh, sorry. Bonus action.
Rage.
Roar. Oops, I don't gain a rage spot. And then we go to here. Don't know if I have advantage because it's not moving, but well, I definitely missed on the second one.
You hit you on the first one, you miss on the first one too. So you go to swing on it, and it suddenly like this flash of like arcane energy, almost like a shield, almost like a barrier, stops your axe, and you're like, fuck that shit. Bam again. This time your axe flies out of your hand and rolls elsewhere.
Uh,
It like you try to hit it harder, and the force energy just pushed you back and slams it against the wall. You're right now axeless. There you are. That's your penalty for rolling a 1.
Well,
What else?
I'm battle axeless.
Yes.
Where did it fly? Because I have a lot of movement left.
Wherever you need to move
Uh,
somewhere, and that's where it is. Your choice.
Okay. Well, you said against the wall, so okay, it's over here. Is
Perfect.
that a pillar?
Yes,
Okay. Sure.
it is now.
Okay. Well, I move into the square, but I thought if it's a pillar, I can't walk there.
It would normally be a pillar, but right now it's like broken off.
Oh, okay. Then that's
You
where
could
it
be
was. Okay.
From the impact you caused it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Next
as
up,
as a bonus action, next action round, I'm going to pick up my axe.
next up is the zombies. So they're gonna start. They're gonna rush. Whoa, that's way too many. They're gonna rush forward into this area. There's one already here, and seeing as you there's nothing. Seeing as there's no enemies, as you're like weaponless. I mean, he's just going after you. Boom. There you go. So the other guys rush towards you, but only one of them gets to attack because they had to rush and use your action movement for that. So let's see. Ta-da. Zombies attack, and da-da-da-da-da. Because you're surrounded, they get to do a little bit of with advantage. So an 18, does that hit you?
Exactly.
Boom, for 2. Not much. All right, moving on. Maya, and then
That's
Wusterion.
so, for 1.
Wait, is it Maya, Wusterion, Veritas, and then my monster?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That
So
makes it very
Wusterion can go
easy.
first if you'd like.
Yeah,
Because we both
sure.
rolled 13s. Yes.
So you delay. Alright. So which one of these is the one we want to capture, eh?
Probably the Gibbering monster. Or actually, you want to capture this guy.
Gaga. The big one.
Actually, either one of these are good targets. Why don't you roll me in an... I mean, you could use your action to figure that out.
Yeah, sure. That sounds like a plan.
All right.
Roll investigation.
Yes. And because you're using your entire action with advantage. Or
20.
not that you needed it. There you go. Boom. All right. So here's what you figure out. From previous discussions, the guy on the right, he's a demon. The demons and the zombies are going to disappear. The demons are going to disappear when the portals are broken, and the zombies will probably last time they lost their life. So like whatever energy essence was keeping them going. This monster you fought before at the jail cell. There was no portal keeping it going. This is a direct result of that weird shit being injected into him. So he will likely survive past this thing If once all three of these are disabled, this gibbering monster is going to survive that.
That one is gonna survive anyway. What I want is a claw monster, eh?
They'll both be viable. Both be viable, but keeping them both alive
It's better.
going to be bad. And actually, even the guy, the dead guy, you can keep him dead if you want. You just will have something to work with now. Whereas previously, if you had no samples,
Alright.
when
So
when
I'm
you guys
getting paid for, that's good enough for me.
that's
So
there.
so Maya, all she needs to know is which one you're gonna keep alive so she can go attack the other.
And you're supposed to be dealing with boxes.
I'm not the one dealing with the boxes, that's Veritas.
Alright. Just attack the small ones first. Get them out of the way.
There's gonna be more coming in where those small ones are.
Unless we have small ones to deal with, the more we can do other stuff. Big ones are
Okay.
easier to deal with.
Take care of all the zombies. That's your mission, Maya. Do it. You're cut to you being super badass. Cinematic moment. You got your mission.
Spider!
Go for it. Do your thing.
Although she's like pointing with one of her legs to say which one is she going after, to Wusterion, she's not really speaking to him. She's playing to the Chewbacca right here.
All right. So all right. So I've got your giant spider stats here too as well.
Actually, she's technically a giant wolf spider. Because that's actually
giant
a
wolf
medium-sized
spider.
beast.
I'm into it. I'm into it. Yes. And remember, because you have the upgraded version because of your special thing. Yeah. So bite.
No, the amulet lets me turn into another beast at will.
Gotcha. All
Because
right.
of the fact I chose to go more drow, so I can only turn into spiders.
All right. So what do you want to do with these guys?
I'm gonna actually
No, the giant spider gives you another action though. It gives you a web.
gives you weapon.
Yeah. Which I could allow you to web these guys.
That's what I was thinking of trying to do, was webbing. And I know the
All
giant
right.
spider is able to do it.
So let's do this. Let's do this. Cinematically, you turn around, zoom in on your butt, squirts out of the silk, cut to the zombies, all three of these being surrounded. I'm gonna roll 3. 3 to see if all three of these get surrounded or not. I think I have to beat a 12 of strength.
Yes.
So here we go. Done and done. This is gonna be cool. Strength 3. 1, 2. Come on, 2 and 3. How many you rolled?
1 got out.
All right, so 1 got out. The one that's attacking Zathras. However, these 2 right here are webs. So there you go. That's your action. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm just gonna keep moving across the ceiling, so I'm not really.
Place yourself where you need to be placed.
That's what I was planning on doing.
All right, moving on. Veritas, your turn.
Well, you know me, I've got a mission. So I am going to go towards the box, but I watched what happened with Zathras. So I pull out my thief's tools to see if I can disarm it.
Fantastic. Roll me. Roll it.
What attribute?
These tools.
I understand it doesn't.
I don't think it gives you a.
Yeah, this isn't.
Let me pull it. Let me pull this up. Hang on. Let me get your
Whatchamacallit.
character up. I've got too many characters in my what is it? Zathras. No, Veritas. Come on, character sheet. I think you click on sleight of hand.
Oh, I
No,
thought
that's
you
not
just
it. No, no,
clicked-
no.
No, you
Thieves
just
tools
click
is
on Thieves
underneath.
tools.
Oh, I see. Hang on.
Yeah, but it doesn't have.
Yeah. Dexterity. That's why. Thieves tools, dexterity. I see what you're saying. This is me rolling for you.
I already did it.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. All right, 28. You spend your entire action on this first one. I mean, describe yourself.
Well, I'm
No, I mean
got my
describe
hair.
describe how you run up, do it.
Okay. She saw what happened with Zathras, and it's like, okay, she pulls out her tools kit and she starts she looks, she perceives what's going on with it, and does she actually
You succeed fully. You 100% succeed on this. This is you roll so high that like this one entire action, you're like camera zooms in on you and you're like, that's exactly what I need. Click.
So
He's just
And
asking you
then-
to just describe how you do it. That's what he's asking for.
oh well, she goes up, she's got her toolkit out, she's like flourishing, and she goes in and click, she gets the box.
She goes
click,
in.
There
She
you
just-
go.
click,
There's
just
an
goes in there.
audible as it stops lighting up and it's no longer glowing and pulsing with the other one. You see the little circle start like doing a flutter, like phasing in and out of reality. So it's like cut to my Givering monster. Oh, he did not like that. Not in the least.
I stay behind
Runs towards you and starts wailing on you. Full
How
on
can-
everything.
evade.
Too late. Actually,
How is that too late?
no. You have a bonus action left if you want.
Yeah, I think I want to like hide.
You want to try to hide?
Yeah. What would I?
Last time when we tried to hide against these guys, they pointed out exactly where we were.
Yeah, that's true, but I want to get away from this guy. So
I know what you want. I don't think that you can. It's a problem.
The bearded demon is the one that's able to see everybody.
yeah, and that's not the one that's coming towards me.
No, but they have the Wookiee rule too.
This is correct. Let's see. Why don't you roll it anyways? We'll see what happens. I mean, if that's your real intention is to try to hide from this thing coming at you, that is a possibility. At least for
I
one
would-
round.
I would do stealth.
Yes.
Yeah. 18. I'm going to give him advantage on a check for you.
Okay.
All right. Which is basically just this it's a perception, right? 16. He runs over here and starts looking around for you. Doesn't see you. And then so his next move is he sees Maya and Wusterion. He sees Wusterion there, not the spider. So he's gonna instead move towards Wusterion and start attacking here at you. Not a good idea.
You're welcome, Wusterion.
Yeah. Fantastic. Oh, this is gonna hurt so much. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. All right, here we go. Multi-attack. And if it can, it uses blinding spittle. Yeah, so before it does that, since it sees it doesn't see where Veritas is at, but it sees the spider and Wusterion. It's going to throw an attack at you. Blinding
I'm
spittle.
on the ceiling though.
That's all right.
The
Okay.
thrown attack still
Okay.
work against
Okay.
you. It's just higher.
Mm-hmm.
So it throws out this chemical, and it explodes in a little circle in an area. I need Veritas, Maya as a spider, and Wusterion to roll me a dexterity 13 or be blinded by this splash of this in your.
Is this considered magic or poison?
It's chemical.
It's a
So it's a
flash.
poison.
So it's a poison.
Yeah.
I get a resistance on that.
Go for it.
I roll with advantage, I think.
Well, the resistance means you get like
I
less
get
than
half
it,
the
but-
damage, yeah.
Yeah. But you know what?
Half blind. You can
No,
only see one eye.
no. This is a different thing. It doesn't matter apparently. And Maya as a spider form.
Yeah, I'm rolling it right now.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. Apparently, I am resistant to this.
I rolled a 9.
So
Oh, Maya.
cut to the you stare and see this coming, your lightning quick reflexes, you turn away as this chemical lands and does like this big spark that illuminates the area. Even the little liquid chemical reaction like is still sparkling like a firework. It's a flashbang and everybody is like this, frozen in space. You covered your eyes. Veritas closes her eyes as the flash happens. Maya, cut to you as a spider form. 12 different sets of eyes light up blank, and you are disoriented for 1 round. You're blinded.
Blinded by the light.
The Gibbering monster wipes his mouth, and you can see that same like liquidy weird shit as it drops into the ground. It does that little spark and explosion thing again. Next one, and if it can, uses blind spittle, and then it's going to, now that it sees the spider blinded, I think it's gonna go towards the spider. Nah, the spider's in the ceiling. It's still gonna go after Wusterion because you're on the ground.
You can still move after attacking? Okay. Right.
Yeah. It's
Didn't you
absolutely
already-
can.
Oh,
It has multiple attacks,
alright.
and it didn't use all its movement, I guess. So
Okay.
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay, I just lose my round. That's perfectly fine. by
No,
me.
it blinded the spider. It's gonna reach up and grab the spider and try to take a big old chomp out of it. Fair is fair.
Take me out. Take me off the ceiling.
Yeah. It goes up and sees that you're blinded and sees you shaking. Its instinct is to like, I flashbanged you. I'm gonna try to grab you, and misses completely. So end of turn. Top of the round, the devil is going to top of the round.
top of the round, laddie.
Top of the round.
You know,
1,
the
2, 3. More of these come out.
you have this thing right on top of me.
Yep.
How about that? Better. Okay. Top of the round. Some more of these zombies start coming out. He's going to say subtitles. Protect the boxes. Protect the boxes. And they are going to go over here. Use their action to wait for anything. He is going to see Wusterion, and he's going to take that same fire. He reaches in this demon devil, takes a clawed hand, barbed hand, reaches into his chest, rips out a piece of, like, sticks it in, and the camera zooms in on his claw, ripping apart his flesh, and blood and kind of like this glowing thing comes out. As he pulls out, it's a fireball that he pulls out of his chest. The little gaping hole here, it looks like lava dripping down. And he takes a shot, takes a thing, and he throws it at Wusterion.
It's almost like I made you angry or something.
24.
Yep.
That'll hit.
Ouch.
Well, yeah.
No, wait a second. No, that's not toward. This is going to Veritas because he knows where Veritas is at. That's better. That's
Whoa,
much
you
better.
can't, you can't just
I'm the
turn around and
DM. I could do
He
whatever,
can do
I
whatever
want.
he wants.
14 damage on you.
The- the-
As
the-
you
this is-
now are lit up. His whole thing is to try to prevent you from stopping this. And you can see on the subtitles, I see you, little one. Throws a fireball at you. It splashes nearby. You catch 14 as it blows up in your general direction. I like that ruling. Much better. Yes. Zathras. You see all this happening. Cut to your reaction. You have your sword back in hand.
Battle axe, but yeah.
Battle axe.
I assume the ones that are covered in web aren't going to get a.
Nope. They're completely rendered useless.
You can set them on fire though.
That's not my skill. Sorry.
Veritas, hang on.
I have a question. Did I totally knock out that box?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's still
Also,
red,
Veritas,
though. Thank you.
as a reaction, you may use you can take this to take half damage, I think. I think, doesn't she have a thing that allows her to take as a reaction half damage? Called
Evasion?
maybe possibly.
Oh, is that level 7, isn't it?
No,
Does that go pull up what's the case?
uncanny dodge.
Yeah, I have that.
When an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use a reaction to have the attack's damage against you.
Yeah, it's at 5th level, yeah.
So
you can
could take,
totally do that.
you could take half
Attacker
damage
that-
on this if you want and take only 7 fire damage.
Thank you. Okay.
Moving on. What was the next thing?
Yeah,
Zathras, your movement.
Yeah. So I have one mobile one that would get an
Attack of opportunity,
attack.
yes.
So instead I'll take the opportunity to attack him. So my bonus action is to pick up the weapon, and I will hit him with it.
It's a free action and bonus. It's a free action and pick it up.
Oh, okay. In which case I'll just hit him. If I can find my character sheet. There we go.
Yeah. Roll me that damage.
14.
You triple overkill him. I mean, it's ridiculous. This one shot splatters him against a wall. Next, what do you want?
Okay.
Move and attack again.
Yeah, that's the plan. Well, I want to give Wusterion advantage when he's attacking Big Bubby, so I will go here. Oh no, that's the other character, or maybe it is. Just a sec. I'll look it up in a minute. But in any case, I'll move here and attack Gibbering Goober.
Okay. Roll it.
Well,
26.
Time out.
Right.
What?
Never mind.
15 damage.
Against Giver. Got it. You take no. It's not.
Let me guess, it's half.
Hang on. I think it might be halved.
If he's the resistant goober.
He is not resistant. Good. He takes the full damage, and how much? He's at a lot of HP, so you gave him 15, right? All right. Moving on. End of your turn?
I have a bonus action, and with it, I will not know what I can do with a bonus action. I will. That's what movement left, but no, that's fine. I will say I'll use my Inspire Wusterion power, which isn't really a power, and say, "Go get him, Wooster."
All right. These
Take 'em dead or dead.
zombies are. This zombie is going to go after you. This zombie is going to go after you.
I thought they were supposed to protect the boxes.
This guy is easily protecting that box, dude. You got no worry right now. So 2 zombie attacks against Zathras. These Veritas, I would like you to try to place yourself somewhere.
Don't be where you are at the moment.
Yes. Since you hid, where did you hide?
I had hid by that
By
thing
the
there.
box. Yeah.
By what?
She had hid where the box was.
Gotcha. Over here. Right around
Yeah.
here, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, these guys are going to come at. This guy's going to stay here and he's going to come at you. All right. So 3 zombie attacks. The first one's against Veritas. Because you're on fire and he pointed out exactly where you were at. So the first one against Veritas. Nope. Second, the other 2 against Zathras. All right. Does
One hit.
17 hit?
Nope.
All right. In that case, you get hit for 2 bludgeoning damage.
One.
End turn. Maya, you are next. You're blinded for this round. You're blinded for the round, but you can do whatever other things you can do. You're muted, by the way.
Let's see. Actually, because I can sense where I have things webbed, I'm going to send out another web in that direction to see if I can
Absolutely.
web anything else.
Zathras and Wusterion and that monster will all have to roll to evade it as well.
Is this a
Well-
strength check?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
That's a good move. I agree with this, Maya. This is a good move.
Because I can sense the webs, and because we still have 2 webbed, it's easier
Perfect.
for me to say.
Absolutely. Let's see what happens with my Givering guy. It's a strength save, right? They have to beat a 12.
Yes.
And the other zombies, I think there's 3 of them nearby, so I'm gonna roll all of them. It's strength, right? Yeah, strength 1,
Mm-hmm.
2, 3. I don't know that I didn't hear a click on the third one, so let's see.
I
I
only see
heard
2.
2.
Okay, and did my monster, Givering monster, he failed. Failed. No, they all
Yeah.
failed.
I
Nice.
see 3
Zach-
zombies,
Yeah, I see 3
zombies,
now, yeah.
zombies.
I see 3
Okay.
zombies in the Gibbering Mouther. Now we need
Now,
Zathras.
hopefully this isn't relevant, but I have advantage on strength checks because I'm raged.
Yeah, absolutely.
It-
Oh, good.
19.
Yeah, it turns out you needed it. Wusterion?
What- Yeah. I was
Is it
gonna say,
my
what about-
turn yet?
Well,
No,
Strength
do
check.
a strength saving check because
Your teammate is trying to catch you in a web of lies.
Maya
I mean,
being blinded is known with that the spider warfare there just throws out a blanket area of
Webbing.
Right. Yeah, obviously. Typical.
it doesn't matter. I
fashion.
think that passes.
yeah, you need 12.
Yeah,
So
of course it is.
everybody,
I was trying to
all of the
stab me in
bad
the
guys
back.
have failed right now. All of these guys are all webbed. Every single thing, every single of the bad guys in this area is webbed. You guys were able to not get webbed, so good for you. Even the big monster, he's like struggling and just
Does
like
that mean it can't attack on
Dude.
his round?
he's.
no, he has to break out the webbing.
It just means that his movement is 0, and all the other ones he's distracted right now. So yeah, that he can attack on his round, but I don't think they're gonna have reaction attacks right now. 'Cause
Hey, if
everybody
you say
rolled
so.
it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I
No
was
reaction attacks right now.
because I'm blinded. I did the blink out webbing thing. Do I still have a chance to move?
You can move, but you don't know exactly where you're at. So you have no.
I'm sensing the webbing, so that's what I'm using as my.
Oh,
my,
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah,
guide.
yeah.
Spider.
You're close to that area. So whatever you're webbed is the only things of movement you could do. You can't go above. You can't go to the left. You know what to do.
Yeah, I'm moving Maya so you can move the spider.
Super. All right, cool. Cut to that was a good move. Cut to Wusterion and Veritas.
Wusterion is taking the opportunity to step back, step back out of the view, reach of the gibbering monster, and just take a few leisurely strolls over here while going, "Oi lad, it's your time to attack!" Whistling out for backup to attack the bearded demon.
Oh boy.
So, there's this guy that's real fast, real sleek. And he's going to stay just outside of the bearded devil's sight while simultaneously ninja slicing him at every time he turns his head to find it. So
All right.
did
Fantastic.
that actually post?
Yes,
Phantasmal
it
Force,
says he has to
alright,
make
perfect.
a DC 14 intelligence save. Whoa,
That's a
Damn.
long ass description, I admit, but I didn't write
No,
it.
it's fine. So the Barb Devil is going to roll an intelligence saving throw and try to beat 14.
Yeah.
Is the gist of it.
yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake! It's a fucking -2 on it. -1 on it.
Actually, I think on intelligence it'll
No,
be
he's +1.
Really?
Damn.
All right, because it has levels. Yeah, but it
So,
wasn't the
cut
weakest
to-
save.
This is fine. Cut to like you call it in backup, and you can see like from the ceiling, SWAT type people come down, ninja style. They start slashing, and this demon is like surrounded by, is starting to react, and then he's like, illusions have no use here, and he swipes right. He just like swipes slowly through them. That's it. Anything else you'd like to do? Otherwise, Veritas, it's up on you.
Oh, well, I used my movement. I used my walk. I used my spell. So yeah, it's my turn done.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I know that he can see me. And I know that I can't really hide. But my objective is to take out these boxes. So I am going to try and do stealth over to the box that is guarded by the zombie, because I don't want to be by that other thing right now.
Right.
So-
You one thing you could do is disengage, which means you can move away from him. As a bonus action, you could disengage and move away from him and not get an attack. Or
Whoa. He's in webbing.
No,
Not this
the
one,
one
not this
beside
one.
you isn't.
not this.
Oh.
It's the clump over here that are all webbed up.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It could-
looking at.
Including
Okay.
the gibbering mouther.
But this guy here is next to you, and if you move, he will attack you. And there's a guy over here protecting this thing. You could probably sneak past this guy
Yeah.
and maybe try to like disable him while he's sneaking. But if you do, you're gonna get an area of attack from this zombie.
I want to do it. And I'll
Okay.
do my uncanny dodge at the same time because I know he's there.
Well, we'll see if
So-
it even hits you.
Well,
We'll see if it even hits you. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
And if you want, I mean, so first off, you're gonna move, and the second you move, I'm gonna slam against you, and then you're gonna roll a stealth roll to see if you can get to the other guy. So he gets a natural 20. So he hits you for double damage because you had your back turned. You get a total of 8 damage. So now, if you want, you can totally half that, and only take 4. So as you move away, you can feel its fingers, not claws, because this is a humanoid that's just an undead, reach into you and just completely, like, the nails even break against your skin as it penetrates through and rakes your back leaving a trail behind, and his fingers are all bloody, and he just goes.
Lovely.
As
I
you
love
rush
that
forward,
picture.
roll me a stealth roll, and my zombie is going to roll with advantage his perception to see if he could see you coming.
Jesus Christ. I am doing such a horrible roll.
You did a perfectly fine roll.
It's fine. Your
4 and
this
0?
zombie is
Oh, even with
is
14,
distracted
okay.
right now and just like. So you're able to sneak up to it. Fine. Your bonus action of stealth succeeded. You are now here. He doesn't see you. You have one action left. Do you want to use that action to try to hack this? Try to break this?
Yes.
Okay.
And
When
I'm
you do that,
using
you will be revealing yourself visually, but that's fine.
my
You got a
thieves'
chance to
tools.
finally.
Yes.
Yeah. Get a 20 or better.
Oh, that's my trick, rolling ones.
You guys like totally fucking jinxed it. No, it's because we
Cut
have
to.
him. We have him. He's messing me up every single roll this game.
What are you talking about? You got the first box first try.
Hey,
It's
Uh,
him.
blaming me.
I'm
It's
blaming
Wusterion. It's Wusterion.
Yeah, I always blame other people for your own mistakes, don't ya? Typical elven fashion.
Nice. As
am
you're
I'm so
trying to
dead.
get the thing, as you're trying to like you're there concentrated, hiding from the thing. As you're going, you hear a rah, la. And as you look behind you, you try to fumble and you quickly. The thing that your thieves' tools clatter away as this giant gibbering monster jumps, lands next to you, and that
Isn't he
impact.
in a web?
Yeah, he's in a web.
It's the top of a round now. All he has to do.
No, wait. Which one?
Ha! Don't argue with the GM. Top of the round. His turn is next. The gibbering monster. He is going to try to break away, which will be very easy. I'm just rolling with. So here we go. Right.
Fuck, I'm so dead.
Yeah.
See? So
I'm dead.
he jumps, lands next to you. And again, the devil barbed monster points it out. That's why he's coming at you. So he's here, and now he's going to take his turn with multi attacks and try to take two attacks on your bite attacks. Here we go. Yeah, this is going to hurt. Oh, you might go down here. $19 and 5. So the first one will hit. As a chase down, like you're staring up at him, and this thing with multiple, like, now that you see him up close, his jaw like elongates and it has these really sharp things. Takes one chomp down on the area of your body and your shoulder, and you can feel its hot breath and these things penetrating down into your chest for a total of 21 piercing damage. As it draws out, mouth on his flesh.
So you
So
need to
strength
make
save.
a DC 10 strength save.
So I
That's
strength,
saving. Yes.
strength,
Yes.
which is my worst one.
It's a 10, but yes, do it.
Not,
No,
you're
you
not
didn't.
prone.
As you're now lying on the ground looking at
Ooh,
this thing,
I sure hope that
holding
didn't
onto
kill
your
you.
shoulder. This one, if you already used your reaction to cut this in half, didn't you?
What was
Last
what was
round. That was last round.
Wait. I'm getting my calculator out because I'm now in double digits here. So how much did he give me originally? How many points?
21.
2-1.
And now you can
Okay.
halve that with your reaction, since you acted since the last time you got damage.
No.
No,
She-
I
as
have
you
to take
pointed
all
out-
21.
Carlos, as you pointed out, that was last round. This is a new round.
It's not top of the round yet.
Yes, it is.
He
The
acts
gibbering
last.
mouther is the top
What's
of the round.
his time out?
Okay.
Mr. Game Master, the round resets for the character when he's round, when he gets his turn. So he gets a reaction. She, in this case, gets a reaction refreshed when it's her turn to act, and she did act since she took damage last time.
All right. I'm
Because the
allow it.
devil
Yes.
acted on the previous round to do her damage. This
I'm
round, the
allow it.
devil
Yes.
acted
Fine. You take only 10 damage off of this. So this only hits you for 10 damage, but you are knocked prone. Because you're using, I'm assuming you're going to use your reaction for this. You get no more reactions till it becomes your turn again.
Mhm.
That's his turn.
That means you only take 10 points of damage.
Yeah. that's
Now
what
it's
he said.
and sees you on the ground. Now it's the devil's turn, and he turns towards Zathras and says, subtitles.
I remember you from last fight. I remember you from a week ago. I will make sure that I will eat your blood.
And he's gonna run up towards you, and he's gonna tear ass on you. It's go time. Also, top
I
of the
react
round.
by saying, "Roar cage blood, nor nyacha," and the subtitles say, "Pink sweaters, fluffy bunnies eat dirt."
Also, top of the round, more zombies appear. That's what happens, guys. Top of the round.
Top of the round, do you?
Um,
Oh, wait, he was last.
attacks
Not first.
from my Barb Devil.
Oh,
2
your
claw
Darb
attacks.
Devil.
Makes 3 melee attacks. Oh boy. One with its tail and 2 with its claws. Tail tries to pin you.
Miss.
And so he's furious. He's pissed at you. Just swipe with his tail. 2 claw attacks next. Just trying to get at you.
Missed it.
Hit. Finally catches you a little bit to the side and just sticks one of the barbs. Gets you on the arm and extracts.
Nah, if you could bleed, I could kill you.
Turn, Zathras, you're up.
I already killed you once.
Do it.
Why am I talking like you? By the way, did I get the wording right on what I called you? The pink bunny fluffy dirt. I guess I will attack him. 19?
Yes.
Yeah, roll the damage first. 11. And
This is the first time you've ever hit him, by the way.
this time, yeah, I killed him before. I missed. Again.
You hit him once, and it slashes into him. He looks at you and laughs. You pull it out. You go for it again. He grabs your fucking hand. And your strength is pitiful.
20.
Pitiful.
My strength is 20.
He squeezes your thing and twists it and puts your hand in a position that you have to absolutely let go of this thing as it clatters down to the ground, and he's just like picking you up by it and looking right at your face and goes, "Rah!" Cut to
Have you considered a
zombies.
breath mint?
Cut to these zombies. Oh boy. Veritas is on the ground. First off, these guys over here come after Wusterion. These guys come over here to try to protect this thing. Luckily, they can't get to her. So we're going to do 2 attacks against Wusterion with zombies.
Okie dokie.
As a side note, Veritas is playing dead on the ground.
Gotcha. Roll me a
Deception.
either a roll me either a deception or a performance check. Wusterion gets slammed by both of these are moving towards it. They both roll with advantage, but they only hit you for 1. Yeah, that's good.
Roll
You got
20.
it. You are for the time being, you're completely like you're completely dead, and this thing even lifts, turns around, this gibbering monster, and starts looking at the rest of the targets to see who they could attack. For all intents and purposes, in fact, these other zombies completely move around you and start coming towards to attack everybody else. Nice roll. Okay. Zombies,
Finally.
Maya and Wusterion. Maya, at this point, you're back to normal. You could see Maya, Wusterion, and Veritas. It's all your guys' turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go for webbing again because now that I know Bearded is near us now. And we got another zombie coming into my little area.
So which group do you want to? You could get group on the left. How do you want to play? How do you want to? Yeah, you could web all these guys right here. If you throw it here, I'll let you web all of them.
I was thinking about right here and trying to get everybody. So let me grab Maya. Here. It's 30.
Okay, and you
So
want
that
to?
would
Yeah, but
get
which
this
group do you want to
guy
web?
and these two. Because that's
You
within
want to web
15
all those
feet.
3? Okay, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
All right, so my bearded devil. It's what is it? A strength saving throw?
Strength, yes.
I mean, I'm sure you're fine.
Target 12, I think.
Unless he rolls a 1.
Oh, really? And then this is fine. I'm into this. And the zombies. There's 2 zombies,
Got one of
Yes.
them.
so only one of them succeeds.
So can Maya be up on the thing going like this with one of her legs? If Carlos
Yes.
could see me what I'm doing.
Okay. Hang on. I gotta see what you're doing. What now?
Maya sees that she webs the bearded devil and she's taking one of her legs and she's going like this.
And so
Sorry, more like this.
we're gonna say that this
Basically,
guy's
yeah.
webbed. Okay, that's a great turn. Wusterion, one of the guys in front of you is webbed. And it's your turn. What would you like to do? Now, I'm assuming Maya, did you want to do anything else? Bonus action, movement? I don't think you have anything else to do.
Because I'm laughing in that and Wusterion can hear me.
Uh-huh.
I'm hoping he looks at me and he sees like my fangs that have poison on it dripping, trying to give him a signal like fire. Because we've got all these guys on fire right now. It can be lit up as fire.
Problem really in this situation is if I add any fire to this mess, you guys are gonna get hit.
Yep.
Because you guys are in the middle of the battlefield, you're everywhere on the battlefield, so I can't add any fire to it, or boom goes the foe.
I was thinking you'd do more of the bigger group, then it would just be Zapdos.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Or Zapdos,
Also, the big guy is probably immune to fire anyway.
Yeah.
So, what Wusterion is doing, he's thinking like, Veritas is in trouble, the gibbering mother is there, he can deal with the zombie.
Or you could deal with the boxes right now too. Deal with the boxes and you've solved this
Yeah,
whole
I
fucking
can't get to a
problem.
box in time. I'm a
Right now
short guy.
they're webbed. You can actually do it.
Yeah, there's only one zombie
I'm allowing you
over
to
there.
do this.
Yeah, I could
Because
get to a
we
box,
have
but
20
I don't know
minutes
how
to
to
finish
disable
the
those.
round. We have 20 minutes.
Hit it with a large brick. Roll a 20 when you're with your attack.
The pre-mission area that you saw, you know what to do. The DC is 20.
So if I hit it with enough damage, it will get destroyed, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Fine. I will take out a red candle.
Oh.
Take a cigar and
Oh, I
lob
love
the
it.
red candle.
Or now, do you want to lob it, which requires you to make a throw?
No,
And
it's actually
what?
part of the spell called Fireball.
Nice. Fantastic. Fantastic. I love this. All right, roll me the damage.
Since I know Zathras can take the hit with actually, if
What? I don't have resistance to fire.
You
You
don't?
can
This
place
isn't
it so that it
have?
doesn't hit him. You can place it so it
Oh, yeah,
doesn't hit
but-
him.
Yeah,
and
okay,
take
I'll-
care of
I'll-
everything else.
I place it
but-
so it doesn't hit him, but it hits everything around him.
I
so-
got it.
But what I was gonna say is, Zathras, you right now have a wall of webbing between you and where it's going.
It's
Yes.
fine. It's fine.
That's going to catch fire and
It's
burn me
fine.
alive. Yes.
It's gonna be awesome. The camera zooms in as you're throwing this grenade thing. I mean, sorry, this dynamite thing passes through the webbing. These little zombies start looking up. This thing looks up. It lands close enough. It lands close enough to the thing. The fuse goes down. Roll me damage. Oh, 25 fire. 27
27
fire. That's more than enough. This box gets completely blown into little bits. There is that burst. You remember what happens with that fire? With something explodes, that green shit?
Yeah.
Oh, it's boom. It explodes as well. In combination, all of these guys get hit. It's going to get multiplied against the damage against this demon, who's immune to fire, but not immune to this shit. So roll me another fireball again. I mean, click on it again because I want to see some more damage.
Okay.
30. There's a crumble as like this whole section here just falls under. This whole section here just destroys itself and falls inward. This demon is like trying to catch his balance, and the bottom falls from underneath him, and he goes down into the hole. And he's just trying to catch himself as all of these things disappear from view for around. Obviously, these guys are all completely destroyed. Zathras is blown onto the ground, uninjured because story happens. This guy's completely gone. He falls into the hole, so he's disabled for the time being. That is your action. Bonus action. Oh, and Maya, because explosion and Zathras, because the explosion amplified itself, I need both of you in spider form and person to roll me a dexterity saving throw. And Zathras as well.
Not strength. I failed.
Wait a minute, I gotta figure out how to roll my dex save.
Just click on dexterity.
I can't, I'm in spider form. I have to roll it manually.
Yeah, because Spider has different dexterity, Danny.
Yep, I got it right here. I got it.
All right, so Zathras takes a little bit of damage from the explosion. Not too much. It's like D6. Not. It's just one, and he fall prone. Maya gets blown away from that area as well, and it takes 5 damage from the area blast, but you get moved to over here, and then Wusterion, bonus action movement. Anything else you want to do?
Well, yeah, I guess I could try moving out of this lot.
You're gonna take an attack of opportunity from 1.
Yeah,
That's a bit.
sure.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. Yeah. I mean, they're still stunned and like the explosion, like everybody's stunned and blinded, but you know what to expect. So you move wherever you want to be. Top of the round. Next up
Oh,
is
no,
Veritas.
no. Yeah.
Veritas.
Not top of the round. Okay.
Veritas. Right
so-
now, you've been playing dead. The camera cuts to you like lying fully dead, and the music becomes somber and ominous as the camera realizes that you're not gonna make it. And then what happens?
And then she grabs where her toolkit landed, and still prone, she goes and is trying to disconnect it because she's right there at the box.
So you're like, they're dead. The camera cuts to you. It's all sad, and the camera comes zooms in on your shoulder, your hands, your fingers. Your fingers are moving towards the thing, and the camera pulls out.
One
Like,
eye
you're still
opens.
there, like play deading, but your hands are doing the thing. You pick an eye. Roll me. Roll it. Disable this thing. Hit me a 20. Come on.
Come on, come on, come on. Yes!
Fuck yeah! The camera cuts through as this demon has been knocked into the hole. Oh, he's pissed. He's crawling up back. Coming from his perspective, you can see like the camera zooming tunnel as it's getting further and further. The opening is getting ready to go, and then all of a sudden, zzz, it disappears.
See you next time, sucker.
Yeah.
You hear a as he disappears. The other zombies, whatever connection that was keeping them alive, flutters downward. This gibbering monster that was hit with blast is still like blinded. Is there like in the background a little bit hurt and confused with everything that's happening? The camera cuts to all three of you, all of you, like dusting yourselves up, looking at this thing, pointing. Camera cuts out. We return back to the central round table for a debrief. So
Veritas is, her arm is like in a sling. Or is she healed up at this point?
Probably Maya did some healing spells.
Maya did some healing, but you were like fighting me on it. This is a fresh sling wound from the fights.
Okay.
Wusterion isn't even letting on that he got injured by something. It was just a bruise from
kind
a
of-
zombie. So
It was just a scratch.
Well, it was
It's not a
obviously
scratch.
she was hurt bad. You know, my character, Veritas, was hurt.
Back there, fully healed with one short rest.
Yeah.
Obviously, you brought him back alive. Somehow or other, we don't care how. It's off screen. Aloris and
there's this metal box with yellow and black stripes on the table.
Actually, I think really just like chains would have done it with this guy. What you're describing, if you would have tried or attempted something against the demon, I would have said that this can move towards a demon capturing device. But we could work on that on an off-screen time. As Allura says, I like your theories on what we can do to attempt to capture a demon for the next time. I think we could devise with your technology, technomancy, and our warlock wizardry, we might be able to devise some sort of weapon or at least a capture method. But for now, we have the sample of this monstrosity. It appears from preliminary rounds that specific dosage of this compound, same compound that we have found powering these arcane devices, has been injected in him. This is good. This was successful. I cannot tell you the damage that would have happened if this got unleashed amongst the city. Veritas.
Question. Yes. Is it a compound that is man-made, or is it a compound that is natural?
It is definitely not natural. At least we don't think so. From previous reports of the last prison where Wusterion and Maya were at, where we discovered Irina, there's some trace elements. I believe they're somehow producing this and injecting this into humanoids for these effects. We're still studying them, but we could tell that there's some arcane and even some demonic influence on here. It's a combination of many things. Now that we have a live sample, we could hopefully get down to answers.
And Arena was the first and only known surviving experiment to this stuff. That's why she is such an asset.
Good to know.
Alright,
Of course.
and now for my payment.
Of course, Wusterion. Your services were invaluable. I gladly as always. And she pushes forward another one of the simple chest. Like always. I have one here for it. We're not gonna pass it. She passes a small chest. You open it up. It glows in the light glows up on you.
It glows yellow and the camera never shows what's inside.
Right.
Then I closed it. A pleasure doing business with you. I look forward for the wage negotiations on the demon capturing device.
Mm-hmm.
And she pushes a much larger chest over to me. No.
Well, true. It needs to be larger because you don't understand the value of gold. You take your payment in copper instead.
No.
Ooh,
No!
I like that.
I ain't no copper.
Same amount of coins, but just copper.
Well, hopefully your services we think your services will be needed shortly. Stay in town. I have a suspicion that
Only if the
things are
payment
going to
is
get
good.
intense in the next following months, if
Ah,
not sooner. These attacks seems to be escalating, almost like on a time scale.
well, it certainly does look like there's a premium on my services then.
So that's why the zombies are coming out of the hole. It's an escalator.
Hmm.
Ah, I got that one.
It's an escalator.
Things are escalating. Yeah, there you go.
And with that, she starts laughing uncontrollably, and with that, the camera zooms out and fades out, ending this episode.
Woohoo! Now we have time for banter because nobody has to leave. Oh, this is the wrong banter mode. Well,
And
then Babylon 5 Universe
also,
will come out.
if we need to, we could do a post-episode scene or two as needed.
Ooh.
I really like the idea of Veritas being the gentleman and having a stand-in with her and everyone talking to the guy, because that makes me feel so good as a woman, being able to call the shots from the background.
From
Love
the
it.
shadows.
Kind of like oh, what's that thing? Princess Amidala.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm
Yes.
into it 100%.
Uh,
All right.
Okay, so when you pulled out the gibbering mouther, I literally pulled back up the dire wolf, and I was debating between the spider and the dire wolf because of how much the wolf was literally ripping apart the mouther last time.
Yeah.
You did an
The-
awesome job, Maya. You know,
Yeah, the spider webs worked.
big time.
Well,
I almost died, but you know,
probably in the next before we have to do this again, Carlos is gonna have to throw me character sheets for the wolf and the spider, so that way we automatically have those sheets. Because I was literally I had them pulled up, like the monster sheet, like pulled up to figure out what was going on.
I think they just show up here. Let me show you something. I'm gonna even though we're on the stream, I'm gonna share my screen and see how this works.
Uh-oh.
There's always
Badly.
porn links.
Did that break everything?
Nope.
Maybe.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so if you go here under the eye compendium,
Mm-hmm.
you can just type in whatever you're looking for. Like I don't know, like wolf, right?
Yeah.
Wolf. There it is. Dire wolf.
Nothing is showing
No
up on the
shit.
stream. But,
that's pretty cool.
oh. Or am I
Yeah,
that far behind?
it does show that, but I can't click on like the con if you want me to do a roll in that. I have to type it in.
Oh yeah, I see that.
What-
Well,
what you want to
could just ask me and
do-
I can do it for you. Okay, I'm gonna stop the share now.
What you want to do
Yeah.
is you want to create yourself a secondary character sheet, and that is for the monster form or something.
Yeah, that's why I said just throw me two on 2 character sheets, and then I could just do it on my spare time for the wolf and the fighter.
We'll figure it out. In the meantime, I hope
By the
you
way,
enjoyed this episode.
I do love it that Carlos ran with the idea that people are calling Wusterion a dirty or dirtling.
A dirtling.
They've
officially
gotten
a
more
dirtling.
politically correct in the past few years. It used to be dirty because, come on, back in the day they weren't so politically correct. But nowadays it's a dirtling and.
Well,
But-
now they even have,
but-
so I'm not
but-
sure how much.
But this is not the character I was talking about.
Oh.
This is an actual bona fide dwarf who just likes.
Oh, did I get the
things.
wrong? Did I get the wrong one?
Yeah.
Oh no.
But I love the implication that he just runs with it. People think
Yes.
you're a dirtling, and it's like, yeah, I can hide my dwarfiness behind this. Yeah, sure.
Yes, that's right. I remember that now.
So
'Cause you-
like
So even the higher ups are like confused. Like, yeah, he's from goats by goats.
Planet Dirt.
Yeah, I'm from planet dirt. Yeah.
so because Veritas wasn't there when we had the jailbreak episode, and the fact that people are running with the fact that Wusterion and Maya have some form of this tension between each other. It was like, okay, it's gonna come out again, so we better just run with it. Maya was just trying to get away from it because she's like, I'm not gonna play into this, you guys.
That's because if you stayed close enough, you would have fallen for my chums again, eh?
Froggy, for a minute, I thought Carlos was trying to get you all killed.
And Carl's just not even see what I just did to Wooster.
Who said that?
Froggy.
Oh, are
Listen.
they or are they not?
You're gonna have to
yeah,
find
I
out in
thought
the future
too.
episodes.
They're level 6 now. They're level 6 now. Shit gets harder. It's more intense. The stakes are higher.
On that
This-
note,
Playing dead was the best thing that I could have ever have done, because then I was able to do stealth, and I was able to get, to use my skills and
Mhm.
disengage that last
I-
device. So
Right.
So we have
Well,
2 more
awesome.
boxes to play with.
Yeah.
I actually do have one thing that my character is missing from the previous 3 levels.
Your mind?
Gear.
gear.
Yes.
Oh,
I need to go shopping.
Hmm. Maybe, maybe not. Here's the thing. I rewarded everybody with gear because they've been playing. Since, I mean, the more they play, the more...
yeah. Blame me for having a life. Thank you.
We'll see. We'll talk about gear that you get next time you run.
I'll remember that
an
when we
impromptu
start
case.
rewarding you on the Stargate program.
I heard that one coming well before he said it, though. I knew
Actually-
that was coming.
Oh,
Time out. On that note, what I would like is I need 2 episodes, 2 more episodes to
Sure. Done.
close this out. So at some point, I'd like to get like a twofer going with Wusterion even playing would be fantastic as well.
Done on my behalf. My schedule
love it.
says I'm free until Christmas. So I
Then
can.
he
I think
becomes
I'll-
very
wait,
expensive.
wait. There is one weekend, which is Thanksgiving weekend
What's
in
was
the
that?
last-
United States.
That was last weekend. Yeah.
No.
she said in the United States right
No,
afterwards.
Blinky, you're forgetting. Canada doesn't count.
Oh, yes, we do. 1 Canada, 2 Canada.
No, we can't afford 2 Canadas. 1 is big enough.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Boy,
Yeah.
you're bringing that character right to life in real life now too.
No, Wusterion is actually Wooster. He's just playing himself.
Oh. Boy, it's gonna
I'm
be
playing
interesting in
myself that has
person.
no inhibitions. So yeah.
Maya's technically me, so yeah.
Well,
So that's why
And-
she's a coward. I see.
She is not a coward. And,
Always
and I'm gonna
hiding.
go back to what Froggy says: is are they or are they not? And it's like we're not gonna answer this question anytime soon.
You're gonna have to find out during the games.
Also, Froggy, yes, it's close to time for Veritas to maybe retire from adventuring. Veritas I'd like for you to think of a different character as well.
Because you can't be the gentleman and the character at the same time for long, at least.
We'll get to that. I mean, we'll get to it hopefully at the end of the arc. Well, again, I need 2 more episodes, and then we're done with this story and can move on to a new thing.
You'll be
But Wusterion. Sorry, Wooster, you were about to say?
I was gonna say that the Veritas is going to be joining the August companionship of Jericho and Chance.
And on that note, I'm not sure if they relayed this to you correctly or not, but this is a little bit of time frame fast forward. You're still in the world. You're retired. We've had a few scenes where I barred you for exposition purposes.
Yeah.
You're retired in the farm. The orphanage is just still there. Tons of kids. Your life expectancy has moved past that of normal. Like your race again you're not full human, right?
No, Jericho's an elf.
Right. So
Half elf, but you know,
it's a half elf. So this is
he lives at least 200 years easily.
right. Laura Craft unfortunately has passed away for many years now. But your children have grown up and they've had grandchildren. The orphanage is still there. You're retired. You're older. You very much resemble a lot more like how Reinhardt was. He's an older gentleman, retired of the things, and on occasion he still comes and seeks your advice on things. That means that if at any point you want him to come back, Jericho can come back as a character, and
I just need to scale it back to whatever level the pot is.
you need to scale it back down to 6 because you're older and wiser, and you could even change up things as needed. Like you could be a paladin or however cleric.
No. Jericho is retired and he's gonna remain there. We can use him as an NPC or whatever, but I don't think Jericho has any plans on leaving the orphanage, as it says. If he leaves, who's gonna take care of it? Come on.
Perfect.
It's a time for younger and more spirited adventurers to take over.
By the way, one of the major funders of your orphanage has been Chance over the years, since he has so much money he doesn't know what to do with it all anyway. So he's been financing your
how long
your
do
orphanage.
halflings live?
110, 120.
So Chance is about ready to kick the bucket soon.
Have you ever watched Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, but you don't have the One Ring.
That's true. That made him age prematurely.
No, the other way around. It's stretched
when he was turning 11-1.
I think halflings are like humans.
So other things that I should probably clarify so that for Wooster's knowledge. So it's been times by this times all the dirtlings have had kids of their own. We call them mudbloods, and they're still kind of like
Stop it!
You know what? On that note, I think that's where we'll stop on the lore. We'll kill the episode. We got 10 minutes to go, and I got shit to do and get ready for. I think this is a great spot for us to say, as usual, bonus nachos. How about
bonus
that?
Nachos, everybody.
Bonus nachos.